this video, we're going to sit with a mother as she's questioned about the night she drove her children to a park and left them there. What started as abandonment became something far worse, and then came the cover-up. On the night of February 26, 2021, Britney Gosney drove her 3 children, none older than 10, to a local park in the dead of winter. Her boyfriend, James Hamilton, had convinced her to leave them there alone. She pulled away, but 6-year-old James ran after the van and didn't make it. He was dragged beneath the wheels. Gosney returned to the parking lot minutes later to find him on the ground, his 2 younger siblings screaming beside him. While Hamilton attempted CPR, she walked to the bathroom. By the time she came back, the boy was gone. They took his body home. 2 days later, they wrapped him in a bundle weighted with a brick and dropped him into the Ohio River.
Alright, so I talked to you yesterday about the polygraph, lie detector thing. My guy's here, he's just going to verify your story, and we'll go from there. Okay? Drink some pop, try to get yourself awake. It's hard, I know. I had trouble getting out of bed. I finally dozed off probably an hour before I was supposed to, hour and a half before I was supposed to get up. But I tossed and turned all night, and I wasn't thinking about anything. I think I was thinking about I have to get back to work, you know, so I tossed and turned all night. Anyway, he'll be here in a few minutes. He's here, but he's over at his, across the hall. He'll be right back.
Do you know when the lady comes in for the medicine thing? Cause they...
Yeah, when you get back, they'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in and out there all day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You already got something to drink. My name's Scott, and I'll be giving you a polygraph. Let me first say I'm sorry for your loss. You know, what a tragedy. Sorry we've gone through this, and I just can't imagine. I got 3 kids of my own, and I don't know what you're going through, and hopefully we can figure that out together, because obviously this isn't like you. You got 3 kids, so something went wrong, something happened, and my job is to get another statement from you, giving you a polygraph, and hopefully you pass that polygraph. If you work with me as a team, you will, and we can say this is what happened. There's no more need for speculation, because that's what people do in situations like this, is they speculate that maybe there's something more to this. But by working together, you and I will be able to show that no, there's nothing more to this. This is really what happened. Okay? Does that sound like a good plan?
He says the word team twice in 90 seconds. He mentions his 3 kids before he mentions the test. That's not small talk. That's the opening move. And Britney nods the way she's probably been nodding her whole life. Not because she agrees, because she knows how to.
You gonna work with me? All right, awesome. Like I said, I am so sorry for your loss. That's just a terrible thing. What we're gonna do today is have a consent form to take a polygraph that I gotta fill out. Then I'm going to ask you some medical questions to make sure you're medically fit to take a polygraph. And I'm sure you are. This is just like, do you have seizures and stuff like that. And then we are going to make a detailed statement about what exactly happened. And after we get your detailed statement, I'm going to give you a polygraph on that statement. And the questions are going to be something like, did you purposely leave out any information on your statement? And you'll say no, you'll pass the polygraph, and then we'll be done. Does that sound good? Is that a good plan? All right. Okay. What's your name?
Britney.
How do you spell that?
Britty.
And your last name?
Last name Gosney.
And, okay, it is the first of the month already. Time flies, isn't it?
So basically, this will help me in the long run too?
Well, it'll help say this is the truth, because you've changed the story a few times. Because we went from he's just missing to...
Yes, because that's what the other person told me to tell.
Right. So finally we'll be able to say this is the truth. You know, she's being honest. She's an honest person. We can trust her. So it'll help that. It'll help get the truth out.
Okay.
All right? Okay. This says, I, Britney Gosney, voluntarily, without threats, duress, coercion, force, promise of immunity, agree and request to take a I'm sorry, I got the wrong form. That's for if you want to be a police officer. This one. You don't want to be a police officer, do you? This says, I, Britney Gosney, voluntarily, without threats, duress, coercion, force, promise of immunity, or reward, agree to take a polygraph examination for the mutual benefit of myself and/or officers or agents of the Middletown Police Department. I fully realize that I'm not required to take this examination, that you have the right to remain silent, that anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, that you have the right to consult with a lawyer before and during any questioning and have a lawyer present with you while you're being questioned, that if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you free before any questioning, and that you may stop talking to me or any other police officer anytime during questioning. Do you understand all of your rights as I read them to you?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing these rights, do you wish to talk to me without having a lawyer present?
Yeah.
It says, I do hereby authorize the examiner to disclose both orally and in writing the examination results and opinions to the investigating officers, prosecutors, and/or agency requesting for investigation. In addition, I also represent that not only am I in good mental and physical condition, but that I know of no mental or physical ailment that might be impaired by this examination. If you do not understand this form completely, do not sign it, but have the examiner explain it to you thoroughly or seek other competent advice.
So basically what you said, no medical issues.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask you some medical questions. Basically, I want to know what kind of medication you are on because that can affect the examination results. I want to make sure that you don't have seizures and just medical questions that would explain some of the results. Because what I'm looking at in a polygraph examination is your blood pressure, heart rate, sweat gland activity. There's certain medications that will affect.
Well, they didn't ask me, but I have a rare heart disease. My heart attempts to beat fast.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good thing to know, is that stuff like that. And it'll just help me when I'm looking at the charts when we're done. Say, well, you know, Britney, she has a rare heart disease that causes her heart to beat fast. So that would explain why her heart's beating fast throughout the entire test. So that's good to know. Can I spell last name again?
Gosney.
And what's your address?
507 Farfield Street.
Middletown, Ohio. How old are you?
29.
And your birthday?
2592.
And education. How far did you go in school?
To 11.
11th grade? Why didn't you graduate?
So they wanted me to repeat everything I had already done.
Oh, why is that?
I don't really know. I did all my work in 11th grade, and then they told me I need to redo it all back over, and I was like, why should I have to do that?
They wanted you to redo the 11th grade? And you just gave up after that? Are you working on your GED or anything?
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you read and write okay? Do you have a disability there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What's your disability?
I've had a learning disability since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Some words I can't understand.
Mm-hmm. If I say any words you don't understand, just make sure you say, Scott, my name's Scott. Say, Scott, I don't understand that. And I'll explain it to you, okay?
Okay.
Because it's really important when we're
There's like a lot of questions I don't understand. I try to ask to figure out what you're trying to ask me.
Right. Yeah. Don't be afraid ever while we're working together, because we got to be a team. Don't be afraid ever to stop me and ask me to clarify something, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, you seem to be able to, I'm communicating with you very well today. So you seem like you're pretty smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I used to do cashier when I was for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How'd you like that?
It was fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you working anywhere now?
No.
But you were a cashier. How long ago did you work?
Since 2018.
2018, where'd you work?
I worked at Kroger's.
Kroger's. One of my children works at Kroger's.
Family Dollar.
Kroger's and Family Dollar. How long did you work at Kroger's?
Well, I started working at Kroger's in 2016, so I worked there for 3 years.
All right, so you know, so you did pretty well there. Why did you leave?
They kept cutting hours.
How about the Family Dollar? How long did you work there?
I want to say 3, 4 months.
Why didn't you like that?
The manager was sexual talking to me, sexual following me, showing up at my house.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
You just left then?
Yes. They didn't want to do nothing about it, so I just quit.
Are you married?
No.
Okay. How many children you got? You got 3?
I have 4 originally.
Well, tell me about that.
I was raped when I was a kid, and I got pregnant, and I found my rights to the state.
So you gave up one child then?
Well, they told me I would be my best insurance since I was so young.
How old were you?
12.
Oh my gosh. You've had kind of a tragic life.
She says it without flinching. 12 years old, raped, a baby signed away because someone older explained patiently that she wasn't ready to be a mother. She was still a child herself. Nobody in this room, nobody in this entire transcript seems to notice that every person who was supposed to protect her failed and kept failing for 29 years.
Okay, so you had a child when you were 12, and then you had 3 children. What are your children's names? You had 3 other children.
My other 3 kids, and James.
And James. And is James the oldest?
No, he's the baby.
Oh, he's the baby. Okay, and then who's the oldest? How old is she?
Get ready to be 10, so she's 9.
9? And then is
7.
and then James was 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the child that you gave up,
I didn't give her up till she was a year and a half. So.
Oh, so what was her name? Because you named her and everything.
Yes.
Because I named you. How's it now? Do you know?
12.
12. Okay. Do you ever have contact with them?
I tried to, but like they upload pictures on Facebook. And
How did you get? What was that process?
Well, when I was in I was in a group home. Then I went to like individual foster homes. Well, I was working, coming home, taking care of the baby, and going to school all at the same time.
Right.
And they just told me that I'm too young to even understand how to even take care of a child.
Right.
So I'm still a child myself, so how am I supposed to take care of another child? And they seen that I was trying my best.
Right.
But they just broke it down to me and explained, like, you're not going to be able to do this. And so then I signed her over for an open adoption. So that way I would be able to see her still,
Right.
get pictures, and I've still got nothing.
When's the last time you talked to her?
Since I gave her up.
Oh, seriously? I bet that was difficult. Have you ever had a polygraph operation before?
No, I've never been in trouble ever.
Polygraph examination. Yeah, that's what the detective said. Detective Hoover said you've never been in trouble before. This is baffling how something like this happens, and that's what we're going to try to figure out together, is how something like this happened. Who brought you up? Who raised you?
My mom.
Your mom? Was your dad in the picture? Do you want me to get you Kleenex?
Thank you. My mom was the one that raised me.
What's her name?
Betty.
Gosney?
Yes. My dad was there, well, they were married, and then I don't know how they got the divorce or whatever, but they got a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
But they were still married when they had us, me and my two sisters.
You got two sisters?
Yes.
What are their names?
Lisa and Heather.
Where are you in the birth order?
Like...
You the middle child,
yes,
oldest, middle?
in the middle.
Okay.
And they could even say I would never hurt my kids.
Yeah, but something went wrong, and that's what we're going to figure out, right? So you're a middle child, your mother raised you. Who do you think had the biggest influence in your life as far as teaching you the difference between right and wrong?
Well, my mom had me with my stepdad,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what happened, but I got put in the States. Well, I was with my stepmom, my real mom and my dad, my stepdad, and then she gave me up and signed me over to my dad and my stepmom.
Okay. What's your dad's name?
Charles Gosney.
Okay. How old were you when that happened?
I was little. I didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, my stepmom and my real dad had let me get raped. Like they were paying this guy
Mm-hmm.
to rape. Well, basically they were allowing it. He was paying them money and all to rape me.
Did your dad go to prison for that, I hope?
My dad's paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
He had a real bad stroke. So. My dad wasn't really there all the time, so it was mostly my stepmom.
What's her name?
Margaret.
Margaret. Did Margaret go to prison?
No, didn't do nothing.
How about the guy that raped you? Did he go to prison?
Yes.
At least he went to prison, huh? Is he still locked up? What's his
No,
name?
he just, George,
Mm-hmm.
they call him Pete.
You said he was just released?
I don't know when he was released, but I know he's not in jail anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you have any grandparents that were influencing you in life?
Like my mom's mom,
Mm-hmm.
my grandma,
Was she ever there for you?
we went and visited her.
Mm-hmm. So after you were raped at your dad's house, what happened then? Did you go back to your mom's?
No, they made the guy that raped me take me out of the state with the little girl, because I had the little girl already.
Right.
And they took me to Georgetown. I don't know where it was, but somewhere in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow another two fun kids got called, involved, something like that. So they came looking for me because they went to the house, asked where I was at.
Who's they?
My stepmom and my real dad, but my real dad wasn't there. So,
Right.
and he told them he didn't really know what was even going on because he was always gone.
Right.
But they went to Georgetown and picked me up.
Mm-hmm.
I got a phone call. They told me to run. Where am I running to? I know nothing around here. Where am I going to?
Right.
And I was like, it's better for me to just stay here, deal with whatever. And then I got taken, and then I went to a group home first.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I went to individual houses, individual people that had.
Foster home?
Yes.
Okay. When you were in the 11th grade and you dropped out, were you in a foster home at that time?
No. Well,
Who's home
yeah,
then?
actually, because I was in middle of school then, so yeah.
And now, you live on Crawford Street. Is that your home, or is that somebody else's home?
That's mine. That's in my name.
It's in your name. Are you buying, or you renting?
I'm renting it.
You're renting? Okay. So, your boyfriend, his name is, what's his name?
James.
James moved in with you.
Well, we both was living in a motel because we both had nowhere to go.
Right.
So we stayed at hotels because he couldn't see me on the street with the children.
Right.
So, him and his wife had a big whatever. They basically separated, but they're still married.
You're still married?
But they separated, and they've been separated for almost a year now. His wife was accusing me and him of doing stuff that we wasn't doing. So, and then we started basically forming feelings for each other, and that's where it started off at. Well, he had took me to the hospital because with my anxiety that I have, I had a real bad panic attack. Like, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't go back to sleep, I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
And my heart rate was just off the charts. And I had no choice but to go to the emergency room. And he had went with me instead of my actual boyfriend at that time going with me.
Okay. So he kind of stepped in and helped you out through this difficult time.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Your physical condition right now, would you say you're in poor, fair, or good physical condition?
Like,
Your health, your overall health.
good. I mean, I'm all with the shots.
All right.
I'm just not took my medicine today and tired.
We'll talk about medicine here at the very end. Have you had any injuries or surgeries in the last 6 months?
No.
Okay. Are you in any pain or discomfort right now? Okay. Are you pregnant?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you late? How late?
A month.
A month late. Probably should get that checked.
I told them, so I don't know.
Do
they check you here? You don't know?
Well, I mean, you can let them know if you're having any issues. You let them know. Have you had a meal in the last 24 hours? Have you had anything to eat? You probably had something to eat this morning. Yeah.
Well, I didn't eat this morning. I went back to sleep. I was so tired.
How'd you sleep last night? Poor, fair, or good?
Poor.
Poor. How many hours of sleep did you get?
I don't even know. I don't even know how long. I don't even know when I got put in there, so.
Yeah. Did you sleep some?
Yes.
Okay. You seem, like I said, you're not falling asleep on me, so you seem like you're a little rested. Have you been a patient in a mental hospital?
No.
No. Are you seeing a psychiatrist or psychologist?
What's that?
A therapist.
No.
Oh, very good. See, that's exactly what you're supposed to do, is if you don't understand anything, ask me. Okay. Do you have a heart condition?
Yes.
And do you take any medication for that?
No.
Okay. Besides your heart beating fast, is there any other issue?
I have asthma, that's about it.
Okay, so you have asthma. Do you have an inhaler?
Yes.
Do you have high or low blood pressure?
No.
Do you have seizures?
No.
Back problems?
What is it?
Back problems with your back?
No.
Okay. Hearing problems?
Sometimes I can't hear or hear anything.
Well, tell me about that.
Well, a lot of times anymore I have to ask somebody, like, they're sitting like right next to me, I'm like, what did you say? I don't know if, I've never had my hearing tested, checked out, nothing. But I feel like I'm going deaf some.
Okay. Do you think you're zoning out or there's an actual hearing problem? You don't know?
I don't.
Okay. If you're not 100% sure of what I'm asking you, just ask me to repeat. I'm never going to get upset about that.
Okay.
I My mother-in-law lives with me. She's 93. Oh my gosh, I have to repeat questions to her all the time. So I'm used to dealing with people that can't hear very well.
Okay.
Are you a smoker?
Yes.
Have you had any alcohol in the last 24 hours?
Alcohol.
Don't do alcohol. Okay, now we're going to talk about medications. What kind of medication have you taken in the last 24 hours? Either illegal or legal?
The only thing I've taken was my legal drugs that's prescribed to me, which is the Droxazine for anxiety, sertraline for allergies.
What's that called again?
Sertraline.
Sertraline?
Sorry, I'm trying to remember my meds, because it's hard to remember. I take a lot of meds. I take stomach pills. I don't know the name of them. I take Singulair for breathing while I'm sleeping. And another anxiety nighttime med.
So 2 different anxiety pills?
Yes.
Okay.
The one I take 3 times a day, the Droxazine.
That's 3 times a day. When's the last time you took that?
Yesterday morning.
So it's been more than 24 hours, probably, depending on the time.
It was around 8.
Around 8 o'clock. So, that's 8:16 now. So, have you taken any pills in the last 24 hours? Okay.
No, they didn't give me nothing yet.
All right. You are fit to take a polygraph. All right. Now let's talk about what happened. And we need to start from the very beginning on this. So, why don't you tell me what happened? I don't want to put any words in your mouth. I want you to just tell a story to me. And then I'll have some questions about that story.
Okay. It was Friday going into Saturday morning. Me and the boyfriend was having an argument. Well, the kids were...
And the boyfriend's name is?
James. Do you want to put his last name, because they're both...
Yeah, better, James.
Hamilton.
Okay.
We were having an argument. He was complaining that I constantly don't discipline my children. Because I'd rather not.
Right.
I'd rather just make them stand in the corner for a few than putting my hands on my children.
Right.
And he told me I needed to get rid of them. And he's been telling me this since we moved in there. So we moved in there in February. He's been telling me a whole month. He told me he wasn't mentally stabilized to be dealing with children, and I didn't know what he meant. But yeah, he had told me to get rid of them. So I basically did what he asked.
Not I decided. Not I had no choice. Just, I basically did what he asked. 5 words that contain the entire architecture of that night. A woman who has been obeying dangerous people since she was 12 years old, obeying one more.
I took him to, what was it I told, Rush Run?
Rush Run, yeah.
Rush Run Lake. Well, he told me Rush Run, so that's what I typed in my GPS. Well, then I had called him and said I'm lost. What am I supposed to do? I'm fixing to come back home.
Right.
Well, he said, just come back home twice to me. Well, I said, you're insisting on me getting rid of them, so that's what I'm going to do for you.
Right.
Because he said if I didn't do it, he was going to do it.
Right.
While I was asleep.
Okay.
So, I took him to Rush Run Lake. the two older kids had gotten out, which is
All right.
James was still in the back seat, acting like he was asleep, and he wasn't.
All right.
I took him out, set him on the ground. He stood up, and he kept trying to get back in the van because the doors slide, and you just pull the door handle to get in. He kept trying to get back in the van. The doors automatically lock. So I didn't see. I know he had the handle, trying to get back in, because he kept saying, "Mom, you don't want to be here."
All right.
Basically, he was a baby. He's scared.
Right.
No, I did not want to take him nowhere. But he was insisting nonstop.
When you say he was insisting nonstop, we're talking about James Hamilton.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he has a kid of his own, so I don't understand how he's not mentally stabilized for kids.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyways, I told them to go towards the bathroom, so I didn't run them over, none of that.
Right.
So I knew where they were at, and I knew they were safe. Well, the elder two went towards the bathroom like I asked, the older two. James refused to because he wanted back in the van because he was scared. And he didn't want to be there.
Right.
He had a door handle, and I took off, not realizing that he had the handle.
Right.
And I didn't take off far. I showed him on the map. I didn't get all the way out to the main road. But I had dragged him. I heard a little noise. I didn't hear a thump or anything like I ran him over.
Did you feel a bump?
No.
Okay.
But what I'm thinking is I dragged him, and then eventually I didn't run him over because I didn't hear a thump or like the van lifted up on one side, because I ran over animals that's already dead in the road, so I know what it feels like. So I didn't feel that when I was driving or anything. So eventually he had to let go of the handle, and my daughter said that I didn't run him over, because I asked her, "Did y'all see me run him over?" She said, "I seen what you was doing, Mom. You didn't run him over."
Right.
And he had that door handle. Me not realizing it, I accidentally drug him. And she said, I only drug him for, well, she thought it was only a few minutes, because she doesn't know.
Right.
She said, I drug him for a few minutes, and he let go, like he couldn't basically hold on. Probably because I was trying to hurry up and get out of there, because that's what he told me to do.
Right.
Because I don't know nothing about driving. He's more experienced than I am. I'm basically a new driver. I just started driving recently.
How recent?
Well, I have my ID, so my actual driver's license. I went to take the driver's test, and then passed my driver's test and got my license.
So you do have your license?
Yes.
Okay. And you were able to pass the test? How many times did you take the test?
I just took it one time that day.
So you passed it the first time?
Well,
the written test?
They made me the driving part.
So
They made me.
part?
I passed the written part, I believe.
Okay.
They made me try it twice. I got it wrong. Well, they did it 3 times. I got it wrong twice, and the last time I got it right, because they said you only get 3 tries.
And that's the driving part?
Yes.
Okay.
And I got it right the 3rd time.
Good job.
So, yeah. But it's the first time ever I had my license.
How long ago was that?
I want to say at the end of last year. No. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because we was in a hotel. It was in December.
And you never had a driver's license before that?
No, never.
So you've been driving for 6 months?
Yeah.
About
6 months, yeah.
Okay. But we can check that for sure on that.
Yeah, you can see it on my ID.
So you drove away, then what happens?
I pulled out, went to the left, went all the way to where there was two parts that went like this. You can either go this way or this way. There was an arrow, a yellow and black arrow sign. I don't know, it was posted right there in front of me.
Okay.
I could see it with my headlights. I went there, I stopped there, I got that far, turned back around and went back.
Okay, then what happened?
I got almost to where I had dropped them off at, and my two older kids were maybe a quarter mile from the entrance of where I put them at.
So they had walked about a quarter mile when you left?
Yes.
After you left, okay.
But when I had left, they were back by the bathroom.
Right.
And I asked them where James was, because I didn't realize that I hurt him or drug him. So I asked him, "Where's your brother at?" "I don't know, he's back there laying down. I can't get him up." So I went back to see what happened. Well, my daughter said he was breathing heavy. Because I asked her when she said she couldn't get him up. Asked her if he was breathing, and she said, yeah, he was breathing kind of heavy. He took like 2 or 3 deep breaths, and after that, she said she couldn't get him to wake up, nothing. So there.
Her 9-year-old daughter is the one who delivers the report. He's back there, laying down. I can't get him up. 2 or 3 deep breaths, then nothing. Britney picks him up, lays him on the floor of the van, and drives home. She does not call 911. She does not stop anywhere. She drives home and waits to find out what James Hamilton wants to do next.
Therefore, he was dead by the time I got to him.
He was no longer breathing when you got there? Okay. Then what happened?
Before I got to James, I made the other 2 get back in the van. Then I went and got James and put James, I laid him in the floor of the van in between the 2 front seats and the back seat. Took him home to 507 Crawford. Got the kids out, carried James into the house. James Hamilton already had the door wide open, so I didn't have to pull out a key or anything to get in.
So did you call him between
I called him.
Okay.
Well, I had texted him and said I got rid of him. And he called me because I said I might have accidentally hurted James because
This is before you went back to pick up the kids.
Yes.
You already texted him. And you said you might have accidentally hurt James?
Yes. And he had called me. And he told me to go back and get them, that he would do something with them when I got back, since I don't know how to do anything right.
Okay. So you texted him and said you got rid of him, you might have hurt James. Then he calls you and you talk to him.
Yes.
And during this conversation he says what?
He says, go back and get them. I will take care of it. I will get rid of them when you bring them back.
And then what happened?
So that's when I went back.
Now, when he said, I'll get rid of them.
3 children.
He's going to get rid of all 3 of them?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened?
So I went back, because that's when I turned around, went back to get the children. The 2 was coming out. They were like a quarter mile away from the where I had left them. I went back and I asked the 2 kids where James was, and I went back. Well, I asked him if he was okay, breathing and all that. So I went back and got James. He he was laying on the ground. He was, it looked like he was bleeding right here, because it was like blood dripping like this and like this.
Right.
And my daughter said he had hit the ground.
Now, just a question, because this is 3 a.m. in the morning? About?
Yeah.
Are there any lights there? Are there parking lot lights?
No, there was no lights. I remember seeing a shadow of an animal over...
Because I wondered how your daughter could see exactly what happened.
My headlights.
Because your headlights?
Yes.
And you think it illuminated enough where she could clearly see what was going on? Okay. All right. Okay, so...
Well, I'm sure they said they were going to question and talk to the kids too, so...
Right. So, you get back home, and you had James laying on the floor. You carried James into the house. Where did you put him?
I laid him, the first room when we walk in the door, I laid him on the floor. The two children wasn't crying or anything. They were more shook up than anything.
Yeah.
So they just went and grabbed their toys out the closet and sat down and was watching TV and playing with the toys. James Hamilton took James upstairs to his bedroom, laid him in front of the side window, and if you go upstairs, there's a straight ahead as soon as you go up the steps. Laid him by the side window. I told him we need to tell somebody, not just let him lay there. Because I watched the Law and Order shows and all that.
Right. And
I knew it wasn't right just to leave him laying up there. Well, he had took him up there. He said we had 2 to 3 days to get rid of the body. Because I knew nothing about dead people's bodies, none of that. So he went upstairs. We had a heat rolling because we were cold.
Right.
And the children kept saying they were freezing. So we turned on the heat. He went up there and said this is what he told me. He went up there and blocked off the heat.
Try to keep it cool in the room he was in.
And then, what is today, Monday?
Yes.
Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, well, Saturday night, we went to sleep at 10-ish. The kids were already asleep at 9-ish. We went to sleep. He woke me up at 1. Told me we need to have this done by 2:30 in the morning. Well, we'd be out of here by 2:30 in the morning. So we took and drove to Indiana, Kentucky, White River, Lake River, White.
You gotta tell me, I can't put words in your mouth on that, so you can just describe if you don't know.
Well, it said Cincinnati, Kentucky.
You talking about where the detective took you yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, I know where that is then. It is, 275, from Indiana to Kentucky, Whitewater area.
That's right.
Okay.
I knew it said white. I couldn't remember the rest. But we took them there. We had to do it twice. Like, we went to do it the first time. He said there was too much traffic. We were going to get in trouble.
Right.
So he took that next exit, which is Pittsburgh, I think. We took that exit, got back on the same highway, but going back down. We went to that next exit back down. Okay. Now, I know from talking to detectives, I think you've skipped over something. And that is, he woke you up and said we have to have this done by 2:30. When he woke you up, what did you guys do? I woke up and he told me to start getting dressed.
Right.
Because I was still trying to wake up, function right. And he told me to start getting well, I went to sleep because I was so tired. I went to sleep with still the sweatpants on that I told them I had on, and the pink shirt. So I went to sleep with the same clothes on because I was so tired. I just wanted to go to bed. So he told me to get socks, shoes, and a thin jacket on or something because it was raining. So I did that. He went upstairs and got James. He carried James downstairs. He went up there and got him, carried it down.
Okay.
We both went out the door at the same time, but I had opened the door first. So he told me to open the door, and we both go out at the same time. Me to go to, when you go on our walkway, the front, the sidewalk right there, stand there and look around to see if I see any headlights or anybody out. And kind of glance around next door to see if there's any lights on or anything like that.
Right.
And he told me just to wave when it was okay. So that's what I did, and opened the passenger side back door.
Okay.
So that's what I did. He laid James in there, and he said he already has a string, well, the rope, not string, the rope and the center block. Well, it was a brick. Well, it was like a big block like this. It didn't have holes in it. He made holes in it.
Okay.
If it's making any sense.
So it's like a paver? Is it square?
Yeah.
They had to put holes in it?
Yes, and it was something like a center block, but he had to make his own holes.
Okay.
And he said he had got that from a neighbor's house over a fence.
The cinder block came from a neighbor's yard. The rope came from work. He turned off the headlights. He told her to duck so no one would see a silhouette in the passenger seat. He had prepared all of this before they left the house. She is describing a plan. She just hasn't called it that yet.
From over a fence. So is it a tall?
It was like this long.
How thick was it?
And it was like this.
Okay.
And he had we had stopped the first time.
How do you put a hose in it? Do you know?
I don't know if he did it on his own.
Do you have to use a drill? Well, you don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I know he said he had to put holes in it.
Okay.
And then he told me he's got the holes in them now. He had, I'm losing track. Where was I at?
Okay, you made sure the coast was clear. You waved him out to the van.
Trying to open the van door.
Open the van door.
We took off. We went straight down to Logan Street. Went left on Logan. Went straight down to the underpass. We went this way. Once he made sure the traffic was clear to hit the Cincinnati exit.
When were the ropes and the cinder block attached to James?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay, sorry.
Because he's the one that did that. I didn't do that.
Right.
He went to, Catering Hospital right here. It says Dayton, Cincinnati before the highway. Or
It's still in Middletown, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We went to, it said Cincinnati. We went that, we took that, I don't know what it's called.
Were you on I-75?
Yeah, we took Cincinnati. I know that for a fact.
Okay. All right.
We took Cincinnati, and he went straight to Indiana. And then from Indiana, he went to, it said Cincinnati, Kentucky bypass. He took the Kentucky bypass. And then, once we got to the bridge, the bridge, we tried the first time. Oh no, actually, before that, went back. Before that, he had stopped, he stopped once, I don't know how far it was, and he turned off the headlights, everything, like he shut the whole van down. He went back there, I was just sitting in the front seat, because I don't know nothing about getting rid of bodies, none of that.
Right.
He had put the center block, or he made the center block, basically, put that on James's chest, it was like from here to like part of his leg. Well, it wasn't all the way up on his chest. It was like where his boobs were.
Right.
And he had this rope that he got for work use, and was using it to wrap, I'm guessing wrap the James and the center blocks to hold tack. Because I can't tie worth of crap.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have done it anyway, because I don't know how to do none of that.
Right.
And once again, I didn't want to just get rid of the body. I wanted to call somebody.
Right.
I wanted to do what I thought was best. And he kept on insisting to get rid of the body because he had bruises from James punching him everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Because if he didn't have the bruises on him, and he didn't want to go to jail for the bruises or be in trouble for the bruises on the kid, I would have called and reported it right then and there when it happened. But he insisted on not reporting it because he had bruises.
Right. Okay.
That I did not do.
Okay.
Because like I said, I'd rather make him stand in the corner than put my hands on him.
Right. So, James wrapped the cinder block around James's chest, body, and then what happened? Well, it took him a minute to get it all however he had it needed to be done. So, after that, he got back in the driver's seat, took off, went to go head towards the bridge. Well, he was looking around, looking. I'm so sorry, I'm going to turn this off. This should be off. Okay, it's off now. Anyways, he went we was going to do it the first time. I wasn't going to help him to get rid of the body or anything, but he said, you have to help me. Right.
Because he was the weight from him dying dead, and the brick, he couldn't do it on his own.
Who's driving?
James.
Okay.
I don't know my ways about nothing, so.
Right.
He said it wasn't advised for me to drive anywhere, and I was like, I don't know where I'm doing nothing, so. He drove the van, even after he stopped to wrap him up.
Right.
And he was driving the whole time, even to go back home.
Okay.
We had stopped to wrap the body up. Well, we stopped, he wrapped the body up, I didn't wrap it up.
Right.
I was, waiting for him to get done. You told me to try to duck down, I guess so nobody would see a shadow in the car or something from the headlights. Told me to duck down to make it seem like there's nobody in here, the car is abandoned. So that's what I've done. And we went to go head up to the bridge the first time. Well, he noticed there's cars coming at us. So he said we had no choice but to keep going and go to the next exit. Got off on that exit, went back around, got back on that highway, that same highway, on the opposite side, then got off on the next exit, going back down. I don't know what that next exit is.
Okay. But you drove them there.
Yeah.
You went with the detective, so they know. Right.
I drove him. Well, I didn't drive him. Right. We went to that next exit. We went back. Got off that next exit. Went back on to get back on the. I guess highway would it be?
Yeah.
Highway to go back to the bridge. Well, he had stopped, because I showed the bridge don't have nowhere you can just pull over off to the side.
Yeah, it's kind of skinny, isn't it?
Yeah, and he had stopped, halfway down the road before the bridge, where it started cutting off. To wait till traffic was clear, he turned off the headlights, same thing again.
Right.
waited for traffic to be clear, and took off flying to the middle of the bridge, stopped to the middle of the bridge, told me to get out, hurry up and open the back passenger side door, and I was to grab his feet and help him toss the child over. And he grabbed the top half. And he was in the driver's seat, walked in between the two seats up front, grabbed his head, and he had got out too, because we were standing like this, basically, to toss him over. And I heard we tossed him over, I heard the splat because of the brick being heavy.
Right. She grabbed the feet. He took the head. She describes the sound as a splat because of the brick being heavy. Then they drove home.
So you had the feet and he had the head and you guys just tossed him like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
We went home.
Then what happened?
It was around almost 5 o'clock in the morning, the time we got back home.
Right.
The kids were still asleep when we got back. We sat there while I went to sleep. I couldn't stay up any longer because I still had my meds in me. I was still ready to go back to sleep. I even was kind of falling asleep going to do all this. I went back to sleep. He woke me up at 8 o'clock, said, we gotta go report this as a missing child. So then we came here. Well, he waited an hour to make y'all think that we went looking for him for an hour.
Okay.
So, in between that hour of waiting, we went to the garage that I showed them.
Right.
He put the rope, the leftover rope, and I don't know, is it a hard drive you put in the recording camera thing?
Yeah.
He took I forgot to mention that he had the cameras. He had a recording thing, but it doesn't have audio.
Right.
Well, that's what he told me. I don't know nothing about those cameras.
And most security cameras don't have audio.
He took the hard drive out. It was a skinny, like an iPod. Have you ever seen an iPod? He took the hard drive out, put it back in the original box in plastic and all. It was a blue and white box. He had put those boxes, because there's two of them. One he hasn't used, and the other one has the footage.
What did he do with these hard drives? The hard drive?
In the garage.
They're in the garage right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where at, but I seen him go in the garage with it. I don't know if he went out the back door.
So this was the hard drive, and was this before you came down here and reported him missing?
Yes.
Okay. So this goes up here. So he took the hard drive out of your security camera.
Well, his security camera's on mine.
It's his security camera, okay.
I have no idea about none of that security stuff.
Where are the cameras?
There's one on the front, two on the side, one like this, and one on the back.
Okay. Do they record all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay.
Am I missing anything, or you?
No, I want to know, because I'm trying to think of questions that other people will have, because we don't want people speculating. Because what happens when people speculate, they think the worst. But we just want the truth to be known. The daughter you had when you were raped, her name's, is that right? You gave her for adoption. The first question anybody's going to ask, in my mind, is if these kids are too much for your household to handle, why didn't you just put them up for adoption like you did?
I didn't want to.
Why not?
Because knew I was going to be able to take care of them, care for them, make sure they went to the doctors, school, everything.
But you took them out to Rush Run to leave them.
Because that's what I was told to do, or he was doing it himself.
And if he did it himself, what was he going to do to him? Now, when you're driving to Rush Run, and you're thinking, I'm going to get rid of these kids, surely you know if you just drop them off, they're old enough to talk and say who they are and where they belong, that they're going to end up right back at your house.
That's what I told him.
So,
They still insist on me getting rid of them somewhere.
so if you're going to get rid of them, that really doesn't get rid of them. That just
Puts them in where they're not supposed to be at.
yeah, and you're potentially going to be in trouble for that, for abandoning these kids at Rush Run. So that's not really getting rid of them. What was your plan to do at Rush Run when you got there? What were you going to do?
Just drop them off, and I told them to stay in the bathroom so they wouldn't get hurt.
Then what was going to happen? In your mind,
I was just going to go back home.
but these kids weren't just going to disappear.
Well, basically, I was going to abandon them.
Okay, so,
And I didn't want to do that.
but they know where they live and everything.
They don't know where we lived at, but they do know my name.
Right.
Basically, that's it. They know my name. They know their name.
Okay, so how is this going to solve the problem? Because they're going to end up back at your house. How is dropping them off at Rush Run solving a problem?
So he didn't have to deal with them?
Yeah, but they're going to end up back there. Because somebody's going to find them and bring them home.
Yeah, but I took him there so he didn't have to deal with them. Because he said to take them somewhere so he can, because he's tired of dealing with them and me not disciplining them.
Mm-hmm. In your mind, what was going to happen at Rush Run when you got there?
In my mind, I was just going to drop them off and leave.
Because I'm going to ask you, in the polygraph, did you purposely omit any information in your statement? Were you going to kill them once you got to Rush Run?
No, I was not.
Because you were told you were in the wrong area, right? When you showed up at Rush Run, he tells you you're not in the right place.
We had went there before to let the children use the bathroom. So I was confused because there was cars and stuff. You was going back farther.
Mm-hmm.
And I was confused because I have never been there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he had told me to take them to Rush Run Lake, where I remembered I was at.
Why did it matter that you got to the lake? Were you going to drown them in the lake?
No.
Because, there had been a case a couple of years ago where a lady
And
took her
actually,
children.
I was going to take them there, leave them there, and then when he was to go to work, I was going to go back to get them.
So your intention was not to go to Rush Run and kill them?
No. But his intentions, I believe, was if I didn't get rid of them, he was going to.
Was he going to kill them if he got rid of them?
He's told him several times that he wanted to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't stand them.
Do you think he thought you were going to kill them? What did he think you were going to do at Rush Run?
He didn't think I was going to do any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he told me. He didn't think I was going to take them and drop them off. He thought I was just going to take them, show them, and come back. Literally, I don't have killing anybody in my blood. I've never killed somebody in my life. He said he's killed several people and got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
She says it the way she says everything in this room, without pausing, without looking away, as if she's been carrying it for so long, it no longer feels like something extraordinary. He told her he's killed people, more than one, and got away with it. She stayed.
But your first child, when you got rid of her, you did it the right way. You put her up for adoption, the family took her in, and hopefully she's doing well. But these kids, you're doing it different to get rid of them. You're abandoning them.
Well, I have tried to
Brush run.
recently, when we was in the hotel, he had done the same issue, like you need to get rid of these kids or do something with them. I just sat there.
Yeah.
Ignored him.
Right.
And he was like, either you get rid of them, I get rid of them, I go to jail, I don't care. I've been to jail, I know how it works.
Right.
I'm ready to rest my neck or be dead. Exact words he said.
This is when you were living in the motel? Okay.
And he's been saying it ever since.
Okay. So why didn't you just put these kids up for adoption or put them in foster care, have a family member take them? Since he's been saying that for a year now?
No, it was a couple months.
He's been saying this for a couple months?
Yes.
How long have you been living on Crawford Street?
We just moved in there in February.
Okay. So, if you're going to get rid of these kids, why not do it a different way?
I was going to take them I was told that you can take them to the fire station, the local fire station, and drop them off. They will be safe there.
That would have been a good plan. Yeah.
But when I had called around, they told me I couldn't do that. That's still abandoning my children.
Well, it would have been preferable than taking them to the middle of nowhere and dropping them off. It would have been a cry for help, but you chose to do it this way.
Yeah, that's because they told me I couldn't just take them there and drop them off.
Who told you that?
He did. Because I looked it up on the website, where can you take your children where they will be safe and you will not get in trouble for it. And it said your local fire station.
So why didn't you do it that way?
Because I listened to what he said, you couldn't do it.
But online it said you could. Right. Okay.
Am I making any sense here?
Yeah, but what I want to get over this hump, because I don't know if you see it or not, but I do, and it's just a hump we need to get over. So you decided not to, because of what he said, drop them off at the firehouse, which would have been a good choice. And you decided to take them to Rush Run. But they still would have turned out, they're old enough to know your name, and they would have ended up home. So in my mind and my thinking, the only way that would have worked is if when you left there they were dead, so they couldn't make their way back home.
Well, I knew they were going to make the way back home because I wasn't going to do nothing to them.
And why was it important for you to be in the right place? You had to be at Rush Run Lake. Because
so
any place would have mattered. But any place would have been good. But he was telling you were in the wrong place. Why was it important for you to be in the right place?
So I remembered where they were, so I can go back to get them.
But when you dropped them off, you really didn't have any intention of going back to get them. You didn't change your mind until after you got to the entrance, or the exit.
Well, before I made them get out.
Right.
I sat there and was trying to, should I do this, should I not?
Right.
Should I listen to him, should I listen to myself?
Right. And in that moment, you decided to listen to him and leave him there.
Yes.
But then when you got to the exit, you went back. But when you originally dropped him off, you had no intention of going back to get him. But you changed your mind.
Yes.
When you got, okay.
But I was not intentionally taking them there to kill them, anything.
All right.
I was taking them there, dropping them off.
Okay.
I knew eventually they were going to come back to me and I was going to get in trouble for abandoning them.
Why not just abandon them at the firehouse then? If he convinced you were going to be in trouble for that.
He didn't tell me any of that thing. He just told me I was going to, after all it was over, he said I was going to jail for the rest of my life.
When it was all over? Why do you say that? Because surely he thought this plan would work, dumping him in the river and reporting him missing. All right. So, statement is that, Friday or Saturday morning, James, for 2 months since you've been living at the motel, has been wanting you to get rid of the kids. And if you don't get rid of them, he's going to. So you decide to take them to the restaurant and get rid of them. But in your mind, getting rid of them means what?
Just dropping them off.
Just dropping them off.
Yeah.
And,
Not harming them, nothing.
but you understand that they're really not getting rid of them. Not permanently, anyway. They're going to make their way back
I
home.
knew they would make their way back home.
Okay. So when you dropped them off, James wouldn't get out of the vehicle because he was pretending like he was sleeping.
Because he didn't want to.
Right. So you pick him up.
Am I okay to drink?
Yeah. You set him down. He wants to get back in the van. He says, "Mom, I don't want to be here." Is that right?
Yes.
And he's holding on to the door. You take off. He falls to the ground, hits his head when he falls. You get to the exit of the park, change your mind, go back. The kids have already walked a quarter mile towards you as they're walking towards the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
You pick them up, say, "Where's James?" James is heavy breathing. You go back for James. He's not breathing. He's clearly dead.
Mm-hmm.
You put him in the vehicle. You drive home, and you first, before you turned around and went back, you texted him and said you got rid of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then after you you said that James was hurt.
James might be hurt.
Right. But then after you texted him, you changed your mind, turned around, and went back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh no, he told you twice. Go back and get the kids.
Because he said, "I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do nothing right."
So you didn't change your mind. He told you to go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were going to leave him, but he told you to go back because you can't do it right. All right.
And I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm guessing in his eyes, he was hoping that I was just going to get rid of him, kill him, all that. But I did not.
Had you guys talked about it at the house before you took him to the restaurant?
No.
Well, clearly you did because he said you were in the wrong place, so he knew where you were planning on taking him.
No, he told me just to take him to the restaurant.
And do what with them? What did he want you to do to them?
Just take him there.
But you can't just take him there. You got to do something. What did he think you were going to do at the restaurant?
I have no idea because I wasn't.
Well, you talked about it enough that he knew you needed to go to the water.
Okay. Before, this helps with the story. Way before this, he had bought the rope and all that. He had tied up all three of my children. Stuck dirty underwears in their mouth. Tied their mouth up too with the underwear and
Whose dirty underwear?
the children's. And put them upstairs in the closet. I told him he doesn't need to do that. Leave him alone.
Right.
Well, he still insisted on, "I'm done with these kids," basically trying to, I'm good if they kill them. Is that what you do when they're going to die eventually once you wrap them, tie them up to where they can't move and breathe, right?
Did you cover their noses up too?
No. Just put the children's own underwear in their mouth and tied a rope to try to help keep I'm guessing the underwear in their mouth.
Right.
And he had took them upstairs and put them in the closet in the dark.
He tied up all three children, hands behind their backs, feet bent up, bound together. He gagged them with their own dirty underwear. the dirtiest ones she could find, he told her. Then he put them in a closet upstairs. She sat on the couch downstairs and smoked a cigarette. She told him he didn't need to do that.
Well, I wanted to go back up there to take the rope off and all that. He told me if I was to go up there and take the rope off of them, he was leaving and taking all of them and getting rid of them.
How long were they up there?
Well, he had kept going up there because James, the little boy, kept taking the rope off his, somehow taking the rope off his mouth and taking the underwear out of his mouth. And kept moving around, yelling, "Mom, Mom, Mom, please help me. Come, I gotta use the bathroom." Well, I went to go upstairs. He jumped up and went up there. And I don't know what he did because I didn't go upstairs.
Could you hear any ruckus or anything?
I heard thumping, like a lot of, on the floor.
Is that when James, the little boy, got all the bruises on him?
Probably. Because when he had went upstairs.
How long before Friday did that take place where he tied up all three kids and put them in the closet?
Well, I said, I'm trying to give you the right, when he did it. I said I did all this Friday into Saturday morning, right? So it was Friday night then.
The same?
Yes.
Okay.
It happened right before what we had was arguing, and then he got mad because I wasn't doing nothing, basically.
Right.
I was just sitting there ignoring him, letting the children basically stand in the corner and do whatever they wanted. He had went and grabbed some rope that he had bought from the Walmart and started tying them up.
Is that why he bought the rope, to tie them up?
I don't know. He told me it was for work.
What'd you do for a living?
Electric.
He's an electrician?
So I don't know if he was maybe any junk here and there. So I don't know if he was using the rope to hold the junk down. I don't know.
Right.
But he had gotten the rope and it sat around for a little bit, like he left it laying on the floor. I was going to go hide it, but he wouldn't even move, leave, nothing.
How often did he work?
He was out for the whole week from being sick.
Okay.
So he missed he ain't worked since the Friday before.
Okay.
If it's making any sense. And he was out that whole week.
Right.
So I had to deal with him the whole week. Well, I was also sick. I didn't want to deal with the children. Well, I didn't want to be beating on the children. I wanted to just hey, you guys can't be doing that. If you're in trouble, now you can get in the corner.
Right.
Well, he insisted on not feeding them. I said they had to eat something, or they're going to die. I don't want my children to die. Well, he's like, I only want you to give them bread and bologna. And they're only allowed having water to drink. So, I done what he said. Even though before that, because remember I told you all of this started happening with getting rid of the kids when we was in the hotel.
Right.
He had...
So the house is in your name?
Yes.
What's your attraction to James?
What was my what?
Attraction to James, your boyfriend. You were able to get a place all by yourself, right? But you moved James...
I couldn't afford it. I couldn't even afford the hotels.
Do you love James?
I did until I seen how he was acting towards my children.
When did you stop loving him?
I haven't, well, basically, once he started telling me to get rid of the children, is when my love for him basically started going down. I was trying to get me and myself out of that predicament and go stay with my sisters. But I had they wouldn't let me. So at that time, I didn't know where to go, what to do.
When did you call them?
I talked to my sister Lisa a lot about everything that goes on. Because I need somebody to tell, somebody to help me, basically. Well, I don't know, not help me, but because I wasn't going to do nothing to them children, but I wanted to tell somebody, so I had the understanding from someone that knew more of right to wrong. Because I don't know how none of the law works, none of that. Like I said, I've never been in trouble, ever.
It's not really about the law, it's just about being a loving mother, so...
Yes, I didn't...
So, you when you're thinking about kids, like, I don't think about, well, is it legal for me to do this to my children? I think more like, is it right for me to do this?
Yeah. Well, I was talking to her about what was going on while we were constantly arguing. And it was constantly because kids wasn't listening, I wasn't disciplining. And I kept telling him over and over, they're kids. What do you expect children to do? They're not going to listen. I mean, the only thing you can do is make them stand in the corner. And I told him, he's like, well, you can spank them, just don't leave a mark. And I looked at him, I'd rather not spank my children. I do not want to leave no marks on my children. I'd rather just stand them in the corner because that don't leave marks. Right?
Yeah, you're right. So, at the motels when he started complaining about the kids, and the house that you got is in your name. How did you get that house?
Well, I had, with the stimulus checks, I had saved up between that and my son has SSI. Yes, he has SSI because he's ADHD. He has a learning disability. Some of his words you cannot understand. So, like, you have to ask him several times of what he's saying because you can't understand it. Well, I had applied for all three of them SSI because none of them, all three had learning disabilities. And I was told by the doctor, the ADHD doctor that prescribes the medication, like, because I told her I need some type of help, assistance, something besides food stamps so I can pay for a living for me and my children's roof over our head. And she told me I can get SSI for them. So that's what I was doing. I started the process with first, and then after that I did the other two. And I got approved. He went to the medical doctors that they have you do before you get approved for the SSI. I took him to the doctor. They did the testing, however they did it. I sat out in the waiting room. After they asked me what they had to ask me, I sat out in the waiting room while they did whatever to examine to see if he had disability or not or stuff like that. Well, I had applied for the SSI, did the appointments and all that. Got approved not too long ago for it. Well, they owed me still back pay. But with him working, he was paying the motel and whatever else. I had the money. I was saving the money from the SSI to get me and my children our own place. And basically, I was trying to get away from him, but he just insisted on going to. That he was going to help me pay the bills. So that's my intention. I thought he was just going to do, was help me pay the bill, like a roommate type ordeal.
You weren't romantically involved?
We still were romantically involved.
Right.
But I was trying to, like, give each other a break, if you get what I'm saying. To see maybe if that would help our relationship better. So I was saving up money to get us, me and my children, a place to live between the SSI and the stimulus pay that I had got. So I was saving up that money to get us our own place and to make sure we have enough for the rent and maybe half a deposit and to get the water and the electric on. Well, the electric is on in his name because he wouldn't allow me to get it in my name because he didn't want me to pay the $175 for the winter rule, whatever it is. I was just going to put everything in my name. He insisted on he went ahead of me and put it in his name. I was going to put it in my name.
But he beat you to it.
Yes. So that way if I did tell him to get out, everything would be in my name. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Did you ever tell him to get out?
No. He ruined it once he said, I'm putting the electric in my name. I wanted to just go ahead and pay whatever I had to pay, plus the water and the rent and the deposit, and put it all in my name.
Did you owe back electric bill?
Yes.
Okay.
And I even called around to try to see if I needed help with getting the electric a little cheaper for me. And they told me the lowest they can do to me right now was the $175 for the rent rule program and to sign up for the start payment arrangements.
All right, so is everything you've told me today true?
Yes.
When your intention was, when you left in the restaurant, when you were driving to restaurant, when you were driving there, you did not intend to kill anybody?
No, I did not.
And when you were driving away, you felt in your mind that what would happen when you left these kids at the park? What did you think would happen?
They might get hurt, or...
How would they get hurt?
Well, he told me that somebody might end up kidnapping them. I was like, I hope not.
Right. What did you think would happen to them at the park?
I knew eventually they were going to find their way back home, or they would have seen somebody going by and stop them.
What did you think would happen at that point?
Can you explain more, Sergeant?
I'm trying to, because you had a plan, clearly had a plan, because you and James, the boyfriend, you guys talked about it. You knew where you were going to go. You were going to go to the area by the water.
Well, when he tied them up or whatever it was.
Or he tied them up Friday. Oh, I forgot about that. How did they get untied?
I untied them.
Okay.
I had told him to go to bed. Like I was letting it all go and just sleep on it.
Right.
And he kept nagging at me. He wouldn't let me go to bed. Even though after I had told the children to stay up there in the rooms and go to bed.
Right.
I will see them in the morning. He insisted on, no, you have to get rid of them. You can't go to bed until you get rid of them. I said, I don't want to get rid of them.
Right.
Why can't we just go to bed? I was like, I'm tired, it's late. I don't want to get rid of my children.
Right.
I was going to look at him and tell him, why don't you go somewhere? And he said, I don't have to, I pay the bills here.
You told him that, and that was his response? The only bill he pays is electric. Right.
And then I started thinking, like, maybe I should have just called the cops. They probably would have made him leave, right? If it was in my name, or...
Gosh, if we knew what he had done to the kids, tied them up and put them we would have taken him to jail. That's domestic violence.
Well, see, I don't know nothing about the law, or I would have done that.
Yeah. So, you get him untied, you tell him to go to bed. He won't let you go to sleep until you get rid of him.
Yeah, they started to go to bed. Because I already told them, lay out their bedding, lay down,
Right.
go ahead and go to sleep. Because I was literally getting ready to go, well, you know, I smoke cigarettes, I told you that. I was going to smoke a cigarette and then go to sleep.
Right.
Well, I smoked my cigarette and then he went back to started trying to argue with me. I kept trying my best to ignore him. And he kept saying, brick walls, brick walls.
What's that mean?
Basically talk to the wall.
Okay.
Because I wasn't acknowledging that he was speaking to me.
Wow.
I was trying to block him out, basically. And finally, I just couldn't deal with it. What I should have done was just got up, walked away, and went to bed. But I was still trying to enjoy my last cigarette before I went to sleep.
Right.
And he still wanted to sit there and constantly argue with me. I looked at him a couple times and told him, shut up.
Right.
Because I didn't want to hear it. He told me, make him shut up. I said, I'm not going to put my hands on you to make you shut up. You have the choice to either shut up or leave me alone or else.
Right.
So, then at that time, who the hell are you? I'm still trying to wake up and... Where was I at?
So, you told the kids to go to bed, you're having your last cigarette, you just want him to shut up, and your intention is to go to bed.
Yes.
Right.
And just wake up the next morning and everything be fine. I still have my children. They're alive. They're okay. But he still kept insisting on, you can't go to bed, you need to get rid of.
Okay.
So, I did what he asked, basically, instead of listening to my gut.
But you guys had talked about how you're going to get rid of him, because he knew you were in the
No,
wrong
he
place.
was going to get rid of him before that, on his own.
What was he going to do? You don't know.
I don't know, he just said, I'm going to get rid of these fucking kids. Exact words.
How did they get untied from the closet?
I untied them.
Okay, so they were upstairs tied up. Little James.
Like, before all this happened, he was saying that he's going to get rid of the fucking kids because he's sick and tired of dealing with them. Excuse my French, but I'm telling you exact words he said. I told him, no, you're not. Leave my children alone.
Okay.
And he said, you want to watch? I'm ready to rest my neck or go be with my mom, which his mom is dead. And that's what he kept telling me over and over and over and over. Basically, almost every day of my life.
Okay, so James ties up the kids in the closet. This is Friday.
Yes. Friday night. Before
Friday night.
all this.
So you untie the kids.
Yes. See, that's probably what I should have told him, too. That would have helped out a lot more, huh?
All right. So you untie the kids. You want to go to sleep. He won't let you sleep.
Yes. The kids were going to sleep upstairs.
They were already in bed?
Yes.
And he's saying, no, you can't sleep until you get rid of the kids.
Yep. Now I see why you said there's a gap or something missing.
Yeah.
Now I understand now after listening to you saying.
So he says, nope, you can't sleep till you get rid of these kids. And at some point you talked about it, how you're going to get rid of these kids, because he knew you were in the wrong place. So
well, he told me I got the best place for them.
Big James says he's got the best
not my
place for
son.
them. Right.
And that's when he told me rush, run.
I got the best place for you. What did he tell you to do?
He said just take them and drop them off.
Just take them and drop them off? Because Big James, he wants to get rid of the kids for good. He doesn't want them back.
I
So
don't know what
surely he told you something besides just drop them off.
No, that's exactly what he said. I wasn't trying. Well, actually, this is exactly what he said. Take them and drop them off. I don't care what you do with them.
Okay.
If that helps too.
Yeah. So he's trying to remove himself a little bit. Go there, take them and drop them off. I don't care what you do with them.
And I looked at him and said, do you think I want to get rid of my own flesh and blood?
Mm-hmm.
And he just said, I don't care, get rid of them, do something with them. And I kept asking him over and over, why should I get rid of my children?
At what point, and it might have been way before Friday, at what point did you discuss leaving them at the firehouse? And James, Big James,
in the hotel.
At the hotel. At the hotel, you'd already talked about getting rid of them at the hotel.
No, he had told me I need to get rid of them. So I was thinking of the best way that I knew they weren't going to get hurt or any of that.
And you talked about drug them on fires. Why, now, your first child was, right?
Yes.
Why didn't you talk about just doing it as you did with, because it was 1.5?
Well, when I called 2 for 1 kids, I even called them myself.
Who'd you call?
2 for 1 kids.
2 for 1?
For the children's, well, I don't know if it's called 2 for 1 kids in Middletown or Dayton, because that's where I was at in Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
So I had called the Job and Family Services and had asked to talk to someone to go about how to get rid of the children because basically I was concerned about their safety. And I didn't want nothing to happen to them.
Right.
So they told me the only thing they could do was open up a case. I couldn't get rid of them or nothing. And he wasn't for it.
Why wasn't he for that?
I know he said, no, don't do it. I'm guessing because he thought I was going to be able to just get rid of them, like bandage.
Do you know how long ago was that you talked to someone about getting rid of the
I'm
children?
trying to remember the lady's name. She told me the lady's name. I had wrote it down too, but I can't go home and give you the paper.
Right.
There was a lady that I talked to.
At Family Services.
Yes.
And you talked to her about?
Trying to put them in a foster home or somewhere safe that I knew was safe.
And she said she couldn't help you, she could just open a case.
Yes.
Which would it be helping? She'd have to open a case.
Well, that's what she said. It wasn't going to help me. She'd have to open a case first. And she told me if I wanted to, she'd go ahead and do that. But he told me to call him and let him know what was said.
Do you know what this Family Services organization is?
Montgomery.
Montgomery?
It was Montgomery, yes.
Okay.
Where I got my food stamps from.
Okay.
And medical.
Okay. So you had called them while you were living in the motel with Family Services in Montgomery County.
Yeah.
What was your intention to do like you had done with?
Yes.
Okay. But that didn't work because they had to open a case. And
Yes.
Big James didn't want you to do that.
Yes.
All right.
Is it making a lot more sense now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So I'm trying to answer all the questions that somebody's going to ask later on. Because that's going to be one of the big questions. Why didn't you just do what like you did with
Well, when we
Maria?
was at the
You kind of
motel,
tried to do that.
when we was at the motel, we were having problems. And James was being behaved, listening, all that. Well, I let him play, do what normal kids do.
Right.
And we're at a hotel, you know how kids like roam in the hallways.
Oh, yeah, kids love that.
Well, he had told me my daughter wasn't listening. She kept lying.
Kids lie.
And
it's a sign of intelligence.
That's what I tried telling him. I said, all kids lie. Name one kid that does not lie.
Right. Just because you're proud of them when they tell their first lie, that means they're smart.
So he's like, I'm tired of her lying. I said, well, all kids lie. Name one kid, find one kid, and show me that kid that doesn't lie. Because I knew right then there.
Right. But as adults, we stop lying because we realize there's consequences of that. Right. But kids don't.
eventually later on down the line, when they get on my age, they'll learn.
Right. Okay.
But anyways, back to the hotel situation.
Right.
Wasn't listening. I just told her to get in the corner to basically let her know, like, hey, you can't be lying.
Right.
Well, that's when he started insisting on getting rid of her.
Oh my gosh.
So I was calling around to find a safe place for her to go. And she kept, he told me she was being unruly. Not following my rules is being unruly, is what he said. And I kept trying to ask him, like, how is that unruly? Kids are kids. Because like I said, I don't know how none of this stuff works. Excuse me. But anyways, he wanted me to get rid of her first because she wasn't listening, the other two was.
How do you want you to get rid of her?
Basically the same thing he told me before. Get rid of them, drop them off somewhere, I don't care what you do with them. Me, thinking as a mother,
Right.
was thinking the safest place to take them. And either adopt them out or get myself out of the situation I was in.
Right.
If that's making a lot of sense to you. Because it's making a lot of sense to me.
Exactly.
Because, as I said, I didn't want to harm my children. And as you can tell of me telling you, I was trying to get rid of her the safest way.
Right.
And then once they told me I had to open a case, that just made me tell me, and then listening to what he said, and her saying it wasn't going to help my situation. What I should have done was asked her, what can I do for me and my children that don't feel safe? And she probably would have gave me a list of places I probably could have went.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of shelters, women's shelters for
But
people that are in an abusive relationship with it. Now, when he tied him up Friday,
you said even for abusive relationships,
in abusive situations,
like what I've been going through.
where the kids are being abused,
Yeah, my thing was, if he was abusing the kids, wouldn't I be next eventually?
you'd think an abusive person's an abusive person. But he
And
hadn't gotten around to abusing you yet.
His previously relationship was his wife. They had a daughter.
Right.
Well, she had a daughter. He was raising her since she was in diapers. Well, in between all that, he was in jail before that for I don't know what, but he had said he was in jail before that. Well, he had got released when, in 2007. And when all the fighting and all that happened, we were living with him. Me and James's dad.
Right.
Which, I don't know if they told you, Louis Hutchison.
I don't think so. If they did, I've forgotten.
Well, they told me not to tell him. Well, then, you guys...
Okay, I do remember. You gave James's dad's information. For some reason, James wanted that to be a secret.
Well, he wanted to be. I was like, why can't I just tell him who his dad is?
So you were living with James's dad for a little bit?
We were back and forth. We were homeless.
Right.
So we were going from family to family, basically jumping around, trying to find the safest spot for us and our children.
Right.
Well, he had real bad seizures, Louis. And he refused for a while not to take his medicine. Well, I had to sit down with him and have a talk. Like, if you want to be around for your son's life and the other two that you raised as your own, then don't you think you should take your medicine to be around for them?
Right.
And he was like, yeah, sure, you make sense. And he starts taking it back. So, because it was not him taking them, his seizures was getting worse and worse and worse. Because they said it was caused from stress and all that.
Right.
But they had gotten in arguments previously before that. Me and
Big
Louis.
James and his dad. Big James and his dad got an argument?
No, still his wife.
Oh, okay.
They had gotten in arguments about the same ordeal that I'm going through right now with me and my children. They were going through the same ordeal with their one children, which is named Sarah. and he was beating the out of the mom.
James's dad?
No. James Hamilton was beating the shit out of his wife.
Oh, okay.
If it's making sense.
All right.
Me and Lewis wanted to call the cops. Well, he's a convicted felon. He had guns, and he was going to blow all of us. Exactly what he said. I'm going to blow you all away if you call the cops. Well, we was going to call the cops because we were all stuck in this one room and didn't want to come out because he had his gun flopping around. We didn't know what was going to happen, so we wanted to stay in that room because they were towards the back of the house. So we wanted to kind of stay away from the situation, not let our kids seeing people doing this with guns and beating crap out of people.
Right.
So we try to stay away from it. Well, we kept getting me and James Hamilton kept getting accused of having sex with each other, which we did not until after they kept saying we did, and we moved out and separated. He separated from his wife, and I separated from James's dad that I had been with off and on for my whole life.
Was James's dad your boyfriend?
When I was living with James Hamilton and his wife and his daughter.
Okay.
I know you're probably confused like you're telling me your whole life story.
Yeah. I have a question about something. I'll think of it again.
But when you think of it, just...
Because there's a lot of...
Hold on, I got that question back.
There's a lot of information you're giving me.
Well, I don't know what his name was. The detective that I...
Detective Hoover?
Yes. He told me any information will help my situation. And tell the truth about the whole situation.
Right.
So, he came in here before you came in here and told me to tell you everything, the whole situation of how it all started, which I left that out. So now I'm telling you the whole entire story.
So,
I know you probably
Big
are
James is James Hutchinson. No, James.
Big James is James Hamilton.
James Hamilton's dad is, what's his name?
James Hamilton. You mean my son, James?
No, your boyfriend.
You're confusing me.
Okay.
I don't know who James Hamilton's dad is. My son James is named. My son's father's name is Lewis.
Oh, so we're talking about Lewis. So your son's last name is
Hutchinson. That's probably where you got confused.
Yeah, I think there's too many Jameses. I'm keeping track of it. Because James Hutchinson, the 6-year-old, his dad is
Lewis, Lewis, Hutchinson. And his middle initial is E, if that helps you.
Okay. So you were living with
James Hamilton and his wife, Priscilla Hamilton.
Priscilla. You were all living together for a period of time?
And plus my 2 other children and her kid.
Her kid. Where was this going on at?
1229 Woodside Boulevard.
1229 Woodside Boulevard. So they have one child, and her name is?
Sarah. Sarah. Woods.
And then you've got 3 kids.
Yes. James. Daphne.
Why are you all living together?
Because we were homeless, basically, going back.
So, you and Lewis.
Yes.
You were living with them.
Yes.
Because you were homeless.
Yes.
Okay. All right. unclear on that. I remember my question was, gagging someone, putting dirty underwear in their mouths and tying it up like that is sort of sexual, because some people are into bondage. And it's not like he took a washcloth that's not attached to your genitalia ever and put it in their mouth. If he just wanted them to be quiet, he put like a washcloth, a shirt, a sock.
I went to go get him a washcloth.
But putting dirty underwear in their mouth
He insisted on the
is kind
underwear.
of sexual. Is he sexually abusing these children?
Not that I'm aware of.
But you see my meaning?
Yes.
You see where I'm coming
Yes.
from there? Because he's taking something that's touching their sexual organs and he's putting it in their mouth. So some people would see that as a kind of perverted sexual thing.
Yes. I don't know. I know nothing about it. My children's never mentioned anything about it to me. Maybe he said something to them not to mention it to me. Because as I was saying before, his previous relationship, he was threatening to kill all of us. And before that happened, because we was trying to help Priscilla get out of the situation she was in with him.
But I'm going back to the dirty underwear thing. Because it wasn't even clean underwear. For some reason, it's dirty underwear.
Yes. He made me get him out the dirty laundry.
See, that's sexual. Do you think he was doing anything sexual to him? Is there any clues that he was?
Any clothes that he
Clues? I mean, did he talk about, I'd like the kids to join us in our sex act?
No.
He wanted them to watch. He wanted to see them naked, anything like that?
Yeah, I was still trying to figure out why he wanted dirty underwear. Why couldn't he just...
Why not clean? Like, he wanted you to get it out of the dirty.
Yeah, I was still trying to figure out why dirty underwear too myself. Well, I guess that'd be a question you asked him, huh?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, and the kids, that's something to interview the kids about. Is, did he ever touch them and stuff like that? Were they sexually abused? That is odd. So he's upset. He's tying these kids up. And does he tie their hands behind their backs?
He ties their hands in their feet, like they're laying on their stomach and they're like this.
Are they like hog-tied?
Well, like, yeah.
Or like their feet are, because...
Well, their hands are like this, and he does the feet, bends the feet back.
Is it like that? Like this is their face, this is their arms, and that's
Yes,
their feet?
yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then the one rope around the mouth.
With dirty underwear.
Yes.
And he made you get the underwear.
Yes.
Did you hold him down while he tied him up?
Nope.
So they're laying in the closet hog-tied.
I sat there with smoking a cigarette saying, you don't need to do this.
My goodness. And why did you do that?
Because he said they wasn't listening.
They wasn't listening.
And he's fed up with it.
Okay, I'm going to have to start my list again. So Friday, he's upset, they won't listen, so he hog-ties them. Puts them where?
Upstairs.
He makes you get out dirty underwear.
Yes. Told me to find the most dirtiest underwear ever. Of theirs.
Most dirtiest underwear ever.
See, now I feel better about telling you guys stuff.
So do you really do that? You go through the laundry and look for dirty underwear? The
I just
dirtiest?
found the closest one.
The closest one.
I wasn't looking to see if they were dirty. I just grabbed what he said.
Okay.
Told me to get them out the dirty laundry. Find the dirtiest ones you can find.
And you give him these dirty underwear and he does what?
Well, after he wraps them up, the hands and the feet, well, ties them up however he did it. He puts the underwear in their mouth after he wraps them up.
Okay.
He ties them up however it is.
That's like, if it's, I want to make sure I'm right on this. That, like I see this picture, their arms are back, their knees are bent, their arms, and then their hands and their feet are tied together.
Yes.
That's hog tying. Okay, then what?
He sticks the underwear in their mouth, and then ties the mouth, rope around the mouth to hold the underwear in.
Do you put the underwear in her mouth?
Nope, I did nothing.
Okay. You're sitting there smoking a cigarette, telling him not to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't want to put my hands on him for him doing that, because I didn't want to get basically beat
Okay.
or shot, because he...
Now, how long, I know little James, he gets the underwear out of his mouth a couple times, and he's yelling, "Mommy, help me, I gotta use the bathroom.
I went to go upstairs to untie all of them, not just the one, untie all of them. And he insisted on, no, leave them be. He jumped ahead of me before I could even get up.
Wow.
Because we were sitting on the couch. I heard James yelling something. I couldn't make it out. But he had said that when he went upstairs, James said that he was yelling for me to let him untie him and let him use the bathroom. And like I told him, you should have never tied him up anyway.
Right.
He's like, and then that's when I told you, he told me if I was to go upstairs to untie them, he was either going to get rid of them or I would need to get rid of them.
Okay. So did you go upstairs that time?
Yes, I sure did.
How long were they up there tied up like that?
Well, it was long enough to where their hands were purple and numb.
Okay. Purple and numb.
You might be able to see it. My daughter, for instance, and maybe they have the rope prints on her wrist. You do.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that, make sure.
They might even still have it on their legs. I'm not sure.
So you go up there.
And that's probably how they said my daughter looked like she had a black eye. I really couldn't tell because of lighting. So that's probably why she's got a black eye. It's probably he might have hit her for doing something she wasn't supposed to do, because he went upstairs several times because he kept hearing noises. I told him to leave them alone. I'm about to go up there and untie them up because they don't deserve this.
No. So you go up there and untie him? Where's he at when you're untying him?
Sitting downstairs on the couch. Well, I went to have them come back downstairs this week where I knew where they were. Especially after him tying them up, they would probably be scared shitless of what was going to happen to them next. So I wanted them to go downstairs and sleep in the living room. He looked at me and said, "I don't want to see them kids. I don't want to even look at them kids. Keep them the fuck upstairs." I said, "So they can't even use the bathroom?"
Because the bathroom's downstairs?
Yes. And they have to go down the stairs through the kitchen to the bathroom. Well, through the kitchen to the laundry room to the bathroom. And he would see them going from the living room's right there at the kitchen. So the couch is on this wall.
Right.
He would see them walking to the bathroom.
Okay. So you untied them. They came downstairs. He said, no, he doesn't even want to see him. And then what happens?
I yelled up there, said, "Please go to sleep upstairs. I'll be up every so often to check on you guys, make sure you guys are okay.
Right.
And make sure they were sleeping fine, they wouldn't have nightmares from what had just previously happened to them. And make sure they were breathing fine and all that. And plus they kept saying, "Mom, my hands are numb, Mom, my hands are numb." I didn't know what to do. He told them just to do this and do this to get the flow back in the...
Blood flow back in?
Yes. Because, like I said, when I got two of them, because I insisted on going upstairs prior to that to untie them, and they looked at him and said, "I don't care what you want, I am untying my children."
Right.
And when I went to get them, their hands were purple.
She did go upstairs. Eventually, she untied them herself because their hands had turned purple and they were still yelling for her, this is the only moment in this entire interrogation where she defies him. One moment, in one night, out of 2 months.
And they had socks on and shoes. I couldn't even imagine what their feet looked like. I'm sure their feet probably was the same way.
What were they wearing?
Night clothes.
Night clothes.
Get ready.
They did have clothes on.
Yes, they had night clothes on. I was going to send them to bed because it was around 8 o'clock at night when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
When he started to tying up, and well, actually it was around, I'm going to say anywhere from 7 to 8, because it was getting close to bedtime. They go to bed at 9.
Okay. When you untied him, it was about 7 or 8.
No. When he started tying them up.
Oh, okay. When you untied him, about what time was it?
Almost bedtime.
Which is?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So they lay there for 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you untie him at 9 o'clock, bring him downstairs, tell him to put him back upstairs. They complain their hands are numb. He says, squeeze your wrist, move your wrist around, squeeze your hands, stuff like that. Get circulation going again. Then what happens?
I went to go bring him, I told him to come back downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Because he made him piss himself, too.
Oh.
So I made him change. I knew it was right. Change your clothes so you don't get raw and all that. I made them change their clothes.
Did all 3 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I made them change their clothes because they had what they had on because we had went somewhere before that to the store or something. And normally I take all 3 of my children with me.
All right.
To go to the grocery store, doctors, whatever, unless they're in school.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt more safe when they were with me than leaving them alone.
Mm-hmm.
And especially after me telling you, you see why I'd rather keep them with me.
Right.
But, and plus with me being raped, so
Mm-hmm.
I learned not to leave anybody alone.
Right.
Well, especially a little child alone.
Exactly.
So even when I went to go do laundry, I took them with me.
Okay.
And when he did want me to leave them at the house, I tried to hurry up and get what I had done. Needed to get done back.
Sometimes he did want you to leave the kids at the house?
He told me they don't deserve to go outside.
And
Or they don't deserve to go nowhere.
Okay. So sometimes he would try to get you to keep the kids with him alone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you left them alone with him, when you got home,
They were still the same way we're at.
they were still,
In the corners.
they'd be in the corners? Would they be wearing the same clothes? Did you notice anything unusual when you got back?
To be honest, I really didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
I didn't even think about it.
All right. Because of the dirty underwear thing.
Yes, I didn't think about it.
Okay. So, they cleaned up, because when you untied them, they pissed themselves, and
All 3 of them pissed themselves.
all 3 of them.
Because like I said before that, James was asking to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 2, I guess since he told him no,
Right.
the other 2 didn't even
They're
bother.
going to ask. Right, because why? Because James didn't get to go. So why would they get to? All right, so the other time they came downstairs, he said, no, he doesn't even want to see them. They go back upstairs.
They didn't even get the chance to come downstairs.
Oh, they didn't even make it downstairs.
They were still changing their clothes.
Okay. So they didn't get a wash off even, because you don't have any water upstairs.
No.
So they
I wanted them to get the clothes
Okay.
and at least get a rag, something,
Mhm.
let me wipe them off
All right.
until the next morning to
Mhm.
get a bath.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't even let me let them downstairs, even this.
You both let them downstairs. So you cleaned them up the best you could upstairs.
Yes.
Okay. So they get cleaned up as best they can without soap and water, and you leave them upstairs to go to sleep around
No, I let them upstairs to get dressed in their own rooms.
in their own rooms. Okay.
because they left the clothing upstairs,
Mhm.
and they were still upstairs. So I went downstairs and got some water on a rag
Okay.
and started trying to wipe them off
Mhm.
to get the urine
Right.
off of them.
Mhm.
Because I know personally, I'm a female, I don't like to be wet,
Right.
It's a-
Nobody does.
and I damn sure don't like to smell like piss.
Mhm. Okay, so they clean up in their own rooms, they change clothes. You come back downstairs,
And sat on the couch,
sit on the couch.
I lit the cigarette, started smoking a cigarette, was watching TV, trying to drown him out,
Right.
trying to block him out.
He's saying brick wall, because you're a brick
Yes.
wall. You're not
Yes.
responding. Okay. And then what happens?
That's when he said, I don't want to fucking see them, I don't even want to fucking look at them. So, I said, so you want him just to stay upstairs, not even come downstairs? So, I was hoping, for the kid's sake and my sake, that he was going to work, because sometimes he works Monday through Sunday.
Mhm.
I was hoping for our sake that he was going to go to work that next morning,
Right.
because I was not going to leave him upstairs.
So you were hoping Saturday morning he'd go to work?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And that's what I'm like, and I like that. You were hoping that, because how do you kind of figure out what's going on in your mind? And it helps when you share stuff like that. So you were hoping he'd go to work Saturday morning.
Because he had said prior to that he was going to go to work, he couldn't stand being here, he hated every last one of us.
Hmm. Okay, then what happened?
And he said that he didn't feel wanted, he don't feel loved, just started going on rambling a bunch of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was trying to block him out, trying not to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I
He
told
just
him,
hog-tied 3 kids in that upstairs. Why would he feel wanted and loved? Isn't that weird? Mm-hmm.
anyways, where was we at?
You were downstairs smoking a cigarette, trying to block him out. He says brick wall. He says he doesn't feel wanted or loved
By none of us.
by none of you. Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing because he started feeling like the love was fading.
Right.
Cause, yeah, I did start changing myself,
Mm-hmm.
like distancing and all.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally went like 2 weeks no sex.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does that tell you?
Right. It does sound something.
I was trying to distance myself from him.
Right.
And he kept saying that he was distancing himself from him. From me, but
Who would normally initiate sex?
Who would normally
Initiate sex.
well, I would only do it when I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
When he wanted it, I didn't say no, nothing.
Had he tried in those 2 weeks?
No.
He hadn't tried.
No, because he was sick. I wasn't,
Oh, he was sick.
yeah, because I wasn't trying to bother him. I mean, you're sick. I'm sick.
Mhm.
When I was sick, I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't really want to be fucked with. I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to be left alone, peace, quiet, loving on my children, and at that. What a mom does.
Right. So, anyway, at this point, he's feeling sorry for himself. You're not really feeling as romantic as you used to. And is that at the point when he says, if you don't get rid of the kids out?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's when we started to kept arguing
Mm-hmm.
about the kids not listening and me not disciplining them.
Mm-hmm.
And me just making them stand in the corner and not beating their asses, exactly what it was.
Right.
And as you can tell, he was beating their asses.
Right. He's hog-tying them.
When he was beating James, I swear to you, when that boy died, from his face down was bruised.
So you hit him in the body?
Yes. He had bruises all over him. I felt so bad for that little boy.
Gosh. So, you decide this is best for you to get rid of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have to keep listening to it. Or,
Did you guys talk about how you were going to get rid of him?
he had talked about getting rid of him prior to that.
And if he got rid of him, how was he going to do it?
He was talking about rush run.
He was talking about rush
Yes,
run.
he wouldn't tell me no details, nothing.
So he had been telling you he was going to take him to rush run.
Yes. Didn't tell me how, what, nothing.
Have you ever been to rush run before?
Once. And that was only because he has a friend named Dean and Ashley that lives out there, and that was the closest bathroom for the kids.
So you just went there to use the bathroom?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
It's been a while. That's why I said I didn't know I was lost. Remember?
So when you were lost out there, you were at the wrong place.
I typed in my GPS, Rush Run Park.
Was there, the place that you ended up, was there a porta potty there?
No.
So it was, the reason you wanted to be at the right place was about the porta potty?
The kids had to use the bathroom.
Okay. While you were out there rush run?
Yes.
Okay. Which kids had to use their bathroom?
All of them.
But then James wouldn't get out of the car.
He was scared, so eventually he was just probably going to pee himself.
Okay. But he had to use the bathroom, he just wouldn't get out of the
Yeah.
car because he was scared.
He
Why was
scared.
he scared?
I was going to leave him.
He was right. Did you tell him you were going to leave him?
I told him I had no choice but to leave him.
What did you say to them?
I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to leave you guys.
What did they say?
Well, as I said, James said he didn't want to be there. The other two really didn't say anything. They asked where was the safest spot for them to go. Because James Hamilton told them they would get eaten by a animal. I don't remember what animal it was.
When did he tell them they would be eaten by an animal?
He told them that when he started saying he was going to get rid of them and take them to rush run.
So he was telling them...
Yes, he said all he can do is just leave them there or tie them up to something and leave them there and let the coyotes eat them.
Coyotes eat them.
And as I was saying, I didn't want nothing to harm them, hurt them, nothing.
So James Hamilton was telling them that he was going to take them to rush run, tie them up, and let the coyotes eat them.
Yes.
Okay. So you took them to rush run instead.
Yes.
And why not just let him do it? Be the bad guy. Why did you do it?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking right, nothing.
Did you think coyotes would eat them?
I was hoping they wouldn't. I don't know nothing about coyotes either, so.
But you knew it was a possibility of coyotes.
He even told everybody the coyotes are going to eat me too.
Would eat you too?
Yeah.
Why would they eat you?
I don't know. That's what he told me. They'll even eat me. I don't know if he wanted me dead too or what.
So, we've already been over the story when you dropped them off at little James holding on to the car, you dropped him, he fell, hit his head.
And that was what happened before that incident.
All right. So really, the big question is, what led up to this? That's what we really want to clarify. So, Now, when James told you in the wrong place, oh, it's because you were looking for the porta potty.
Yes.
All right, that makes sense now. Because in my mind, you were looking for the right place because that's where the boat ramp was and that's where you were going to drown him.
Huh?
Well, that's what I'm thinking in my head. Because is the boat ramp there where you ended up at the porta potty?
Yes, but I wasn't...
But you were never going to do that.
No.
Because in my mind, it's like, why go there? Why go there? Why go there? And
Because that's where I had remembered where the bathroom was at.
But it was all about the bathroom. James's plan was to tie him up and let the coyotes eat him. Your plan was to drop him off and hope that the coyotes didn't eat him.
Yes, I told them to go in the bathroom and lock themselves in there.
You told them to lock yourself in the bathroom? All three of them was?
Yes, I told all three of them to go in there.
Okay.
I even told and to take James with him, so I knew he was fine.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why they didn't stay in the bathroom. They walked. They walked a quarter mile when you turned around and went back.
Because they knew I was going to come back.
How'd they know?
Because I would never take them there, and he has taken there once before without me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's that about?
Them not listening, and me letting them, he said, me letting them do whatever they want to do. Because as I was saying, I don't like to hit them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like leaving marks. I'd rather just make them stand in the corner to make them know that they can't do that.
So James had taken them to Rush Run before without you.
Yes.
What did he do when he took them there? How long ago was that?
He's done... Actually, it started when we was at the hotel.
At the hotel.
And he would do it late at night. When nobody was... Well, when he thought nobody was up.
Late at night, he took
all three. He's taken all three of them before.
Would they take them separately or
Yes,
together?
separately.
So one by one, he has taken them all to Rush Run at some
And
point.
had brought them back.
He had taken each child to Rush Run before, separately, at night, for hours, she found out. She asked him once. He didn't answer. She stopped asking. James was 6 years old. He held a door handle in the dark and said, "Mommy, I don't want to be here." He had been right to be scared for a long time.
What would he do to him once he was at Rush Run?
I don't know.
See, that makes me go back to the dirty underwear in the mouth thing. Is he doing sexual things to him at Rush Run?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That he would take all of your
I
children.
tried asking him, why did you take them there? And I was planning on to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly all he said.
Did any of the kids...
And he would call me, and I'd tell him to bring them back home.
Right. How long would he be gone with them at a time?
Well, at that time we were staying in Dayton, so however long time it took several hours, I know that, from Dayton to all the way to that same area. And that's the same area he would take them to any other time. Well, that was the same area we had stopped all together to use that bathroom.
Was there ever an issue where the kids came back and later they got a urinary tract infection? Or
My daughter has a lot.
She gets a lot of urinary tract infections. Does she get blood in her underwear?
I haven't seen no blood.
How about the boys? Would they ever complain about being injured or their bottom hurting?
No, just James, he has stomach issues. He was constantly, like if he drank too much juice, like the sugar was bothering his stomach really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I had took him to the doctors, and they said it runs in the blood of the family because James's dad, Lewis, has the same issue, and Lewis's dad has the same issue. Like it runs, get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It runs down the whole entire family.
How often would he take the kids away for hours at a time and go to Rush Run?
several times.
Several times each?
Yes. I know for a fact he's taken 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he took actually all 3 of them 2 times.
2 times each? And he'd be gone
2 different times, yes.
And it'd just be them?
Yes.
Them alone?
Yes.
All right. Would you take any of them to, like you said, the little girls get urinary tract infection? Did you take them to the hospital? Or
When she kept saying it hurts down there.
Mm-hmm.
I did take her to the hospital. They told me she had yeast infection.
Mm-hmm. At
At that time, like I said, I didn't think any of raping, none of that. They said she had yeast infection, something else. But recently she just started that back.
Mm-hmm.
She started that when I was with Lewis. But that was because she wasn't wiping, and that's exactly what they told me. She wasn't wiping herself.
Mm-hmm.
So that, because I thought, like, I asked them literally, how do you get yeast infection? Because I never had it.
Right.
And they was like, not properly washing your body, not properly wiping yourself. So then I was like, well, I showed her how to get a bath,
Right.
like, if she needs it, because she's got that age where she's got to learn somehow
Right.
to do it on her own.
Mm-hmm.
And
How old is she?
going on 10.
Right.
Because, I mean, she knows how to fold her laundry,
Mm-hmm.
fold her blankets.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured she's going to have to learn how to do that one time, and sooner or later.
When was the last time she had an issue?
Just recently.
How recently?
You can ask her now. She'll probably tell you it's just...
Just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And honestly, I ain't putting up nothing about it. And I told him I was going to take him to the hospital, and he said no.
Oh, yeah, why don't you take him to the hospital?
Now that makes sense, huh?
Yep. Okay. So, you had...
And I hate for my little girl to go to the hospital and go through all that testing ordeal. Because she's never, ever been through that, ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that can be an experience. Hopefully she hasn't gone through a worse experience with Big James. So he says, you get rid of them or I will, you take them out there. And once again, you were hoping the coyotes wouldn't get them. Now, did you and James, he knew where you were taking them. There was going to be a bathroom there. Now, when you were leaving, and he told you to go back and get them, why did he tell you to go back and get them?
Because, like I told you, I wasn't doing nothing right.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, because I wasn't going to do whatever he had planned for them. I don't know what he had planned for them, but my intention was not to harm them in any way.
Mm-hmm.
My intention was to make sure they were in that bathroom, and when I left there, I knew they were in that bathroom.
Right. But little James wasn't.
Yes.
He was on the asphalt.
And the other two was trying their best
Mm-hmm.
to get James in the bathroom with them.
How do you know they were trying their best to get him?
Because they kept saying, doing this, saying, Bubby, come on.
You saw him doing that?
Yes.
So you saw him laying on the ground when you left?
No, I set him on the ground.
Right.
He stood up trying to get back in the van.
Right.
And before I got back in the van, I told them to get your brother and get him in the bathroom with you guys.
Okay.
Is it making sense now?
And then they were saying, come on, Bubba, come
yes,
on.
I see him going out grabbing his arm, trying to get him in the bathroom.
But my big question is going to be, everything you've told me today, have you intentionally left anything out?
Nope.